What does it take to be the greatest?
Are you serious?
Training. Hard work.
Conditioning.
Talent.
Practice. Medium eggs.
Eggs? Yuck. Don't like eggs.
You work harder than anybody, you can be better than anybody.
Coffee.
Fried chicken.
Family.
Friends.
The right coach.
Watching YouTube videos of people playing Fortnite and Call of Duty.
They have to come from Jamaica.
Fried squash and onions.
Binge watch Netflix.
Fast cars.
Shoes and clothes. Sleep.
It's all about performance, baby.
Pump your arms. Keep your knees up.
Be excellent.
I'm Sandi Morris.
I'm Devin Allen.
I'm Asafa Powell.
I am Sam Kendricks.
I'm Morgan Mitchell.
I'm Kendall Williams.
And I'm Devin Williams.
I'm Courtney Okolo.
I'm Hannah Cunliffe. I'm Gabby Thomas. And we
are the world's greatest.
Hey, I'm Harry Morris, father of Sandi Morris. We're here in South Carolina. In early February, as everybody knows, with COVID, the University of Arkansas shut down. Sandi came home and we built a pole vault runway in Acadia, which is our neighborhood here. I'm going to walk you through what we went through to make this event happen and still be safe, socially responsible. Here we go. We're checking in. Anita, I'm here to check in.
Okay, I'm gonna have you. Okay, 99.1.
All right, very good. We painted 120 12 by 12 pink boxes on the field. Everybody will be coming in this one entrance after they've checked in and had their temperatures taken. And there's an aisle walking all the way in. 2 people in each square, no more than 2. And then that'll get everybody to spread out. This is not open to the public, so this is for residents only. The barricades are 15 feet from the runway. And then at that end, we've got like a little athlete village where each athlete has their own tent. So each athlete will be within their own 10 by 10 tent. So this runway, Sandi and I proceeded to build this runway back in the end of February. It's a raised, elevated runway, all made out of lumber. And it took myself and a few other individuals 6 weeks to build it. We kind of just worked on it at night. The people that worked on it, I'm a geologist. We had a geologist, an architect, and an engineer. And I had a registered land surveyor out here yesterday, and he surveyed the whole runway as of yesterday because we built it 2 months ago, and I thought it might move over a little bit of time. But as of yesterday, the whole thing, one end to the other, it was only 3/8 of an inch off from perfectly level, which is within the legal allowable amount. And it's actually a little bit uphill. Sandi was out here almost every night, and it was fun to do, you know, because it was a special time for us. Sandi hadn't been home for 10 years, and so for her to come and live with us for 6 weeks kind of took us back. I mean, it was a good time.
Because that's really your only option in terms of getting close enough to this thing. Yeah.
So since we're family, and I live with this girl, it's legal. It's legal.
Well,
you start.
Dad's already tearing up.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No. All right.
It's like the wedding all over again.
No.
Okay.
That was way worse.
Yeah, poor Dad was crying all day long.
Oh.
Well, I was too. And I should have worn my waterproof makeup, but I didn't because Did you wear your waterproof makeup?
I wore mine, so we're all good.
It is hot out here too.
And it's hot. And yeah.
I haven't done anything.
But this has been fun. It's been a fun project. Right?
Yeah. We started talking about building this pit maybe 3 years ago, right? Maybe?
At least.
Maybe longer?
Yeah.
Ever since, my parents have had a desire to get me to come home and visit more often. And it's just hard when I'm always training and, I can't be without training facilities for more than a few days because it's just really important to stay on the grind. And when COVID hit and I lost access to, normally I train at the University of Arkansas, and I lost access to those facilities, and Dad and I came to the consensus, it pushed us into action. it's time. Let's build that pit we've been
It was
talking
a good
about.
excuse.
It was a very good excuse. So I think it'll be something that I not only use now while the world is fighting this pandemic, but it'll be a training tool that I'll use for the rest of my career and give me an opportunity to come spend more time with the family more often and do fun things like host meets and maybe have kids camps sometimes and clinics and who knows. But I'm excited to use this project that we've put our hearts and souls into to give back to the pole vault community and to track and field.
Well, there you go. See?
So who
Well
worked?
said.
I mean, what was it like? Were you guys out here swinging hammers together? I mean,
Oh yeah, I mean,
Tell me about building it.
It started with stakes in the ground and pulling strings and trying to figure out which direction we wanted it to go. And
He's a very skilled carpenter.
well, we had an architect, an engineer, and a geologist, and
Yeah.
so everybody had a say so on it. And
Yeah. Well, we got it done, didn't we?
yeah, it took a while, but
Yeah.
but it was fun, you know, and we love pole vaulting. We love track and field. Sandy's mom, Carrie, is she's the track junkie of the family, actually.
Yeah,
you
she's
know?
probably running around taking care of people right
For
now.
sure.
You can never
She's
stop
the
her.
caregiver, the mom of the world, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But no, we're happy to do this. We're so excited to put on a world-class event and to have awesome jumpers out here. And we hope that this is the first of many to come.
For sure.
what was it like having Sandy home for so long? That's probably telling me about how last time that happened.
Yeah, how is it?
Well, so I mean, she was gone for 10 years, and when she went off to college, she violated the 6-hour rule. She was supposed to stay within 6 hours of home when she was doing her official visits, and then Arkansas came along, and it was meant to be. So she went out to Arkansas, and so she was gone for a long time. And so coming back here after 10 years, we had 6 weeks of. She was probably like, I need to get out of here.
No, I mean, getting fed mama's home cooking every day. I was in no hurry to go anywhere.
All right. But so it was fun. But she also has an entourage of animals that needed caring
I do.
back for in Arkansas.
They
so.
had my 2 dogs, 2 birds, one of my snakes, and I gained a rabbit to the family while I was here visiting.
Yeah, we needed
so
that.
We had not only myself but my whole zoo hanging out here for
Right.
a couple months while we built this pit. So, you know, everybody knows when Sandy's home because the house is just taken
Upside
over
down.
by animals.
But it was fun. So we're excited about tonight and looking forward to an awesome event.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Out of the University of Arkansas, she was the 2019 Irish Indoor National Champion, 4-time NCAA All-American, Ariel Voskamp Liegio. From Atlanta, Georgia now, personal best of 4.36 meters, 14 feet 3.5 inches, Robin Bowen. Jumping next, our only high schooler here in the event. She is the high school national record holder from Orchard Park High School in Buffalo, New York. She signed at Kent State University, Leah Pasqualetti. Our next jumper from Louisville, Kentucky. She come over here. She is a University of Arkansas.
Hey, I'm Harry Morris, father of Sandi Morris. We're here in South Carolina. In early February, as everybody knows, with COVID, the University of Arkansas shut down. Sandy came home and we built a pole vault runway in Acadia, which is our neighborhood here. I'm going to walk you through what we went through to make this event happen and still be safe, socially responsible. Here we go. We're checking in. Anita, I'm here to check in.
Okay, I'm gonna have you. Okay, 99.1.
All right, very good. We painted 120 12 by 12 pink boxes on the field. Everybody will be coming in this one entrance after they've checked in and had their temperatures taken. And there's an aisle walking all the way in. 2 people in each square, no more than 2. And then that'll get everybody to spread out. This is not open to the public, so this is for residents only. The barricades are 15 feet from the runway. And then at that end, we've got like a little athlete village where each athlete has their own tent. So each athlete will be within their own 10 by 10 tent. So this runway, Sandi and I proceeded to build this runway back in the end of February. It's a raised, elevated runway, all made out of lumber. And it took myself and a few other individuals 6 weeks to build it. We kind of just worked on it at night. The people that worked on it, I'm a geologist. We had a geologist, an architect, and an engineer. And I had a registered land surveyor out here yesterday, and he surveyed the whole runway as of yesterday, because we built it 2 months ago. I thought it might move over a little bit of time. But as of yesterday, the whole thing, one end to the other, it was only 3/8 of an inch off from perfectly level, which is within the legal allowable amount. And it's actually a little bit uphill. Sandi was out here almost every night, and it was fun to do, you know, because it was a special time for us. Sandi hadn't been home for 10 years, and so for her to come and live with us for 6 weeks kind of took us back, and it was a good time.
Oh. Yeah.
Because that's really your only option in terms of getting close enough to this thing. Yeah.
So since we're family, and I live with this girl.
It's legal.
It's legal.
Well,
you start.
Dad's already tearing up.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No. All right.
It's like the wedding all over again.
No.
Okay.
That was way worse.
Yeah, poor Dad was crying all day long.
Oh.
Well, I was too. And I should have worn my waterproof makeup, but I didn't because Did you wear your waterproof makeup?
I wore mine, so we're all good.
It is hot out here too.
And it's hot.
Yeah. I haven't done anything.
But this has been fun. It's been a fun project. Right?
Yeah. We started talking about building this pit maybe 3 years ago, right? Maybe?
At least.
Maybe longer?
Yeah.
Ever since, my parents have had a desire to get me to come home and visit more often. And it's just hard when I'm always training and, I can't be without training facilities for more than a few days because it's just really important to stay on the grind. And when COVID hit and I lost access to, normally I train at the University of Arkansas, and I lost access to those facilities, and Dad and I came to the consensus, it pushed us into action. It's time. Let's build that pit we've been talking about.
It was a good excuse.
It was a very good excuse. So I think it'll be something that I not only use now while the world is fighting this pandemic, but it'll be a training tool that I'll use for the rest of my career and give me an opportunity to come spend more time with the family more often and do fun things like host meets and maybe have kids camps sometimes and clinics and who knows. But I'm excited to use this project that we've put our hearts and souls into to give back to the pole vault community and to track and field.
Well, there you go. See?
So who works?
Well said.
I mean, what was it like? Were you guys out here swinging hammers together? I mean,
oh yeah. I mean,
tell me about building it.
It started with stakes in the ground and pulling strings and trying to figure out which direction we wanted it to go. And
he's a very skilled carpenter.
Well, we had an architect, an engineer, and a geologist, and
yeah.
So everybody had a say-so on it. And
yeah. Well, we got it done, didn't we?
Yeah, it took a while, but
yeah.
But it was fun, and we love pole vaulting. We love track and field. Sandi's mom, Carrie, is she's the track junkie of the family, actually.
Yeah, she's probably running around taking care of people right now.
For sure,
you can never
she's
stop
the
her.
caregiver, the mom of the world, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But no, we're happy to do this. We're so excited to put on a world-class event and to have awesome jumpers out here. And we hope that this is the first of many to come.
For sure.
What was it like having Sandi home for so long? Tell me about how last time that happened.
Yeah, how is it?
Well, so, she was gone for 10 years, and when she went off to college, she violated the 6-hour rule. She was supposed to stay within 6 hours of home when she was doing her official visits. And then Arkansas came along, and it was meant to be. So she went out to Arkansas, and so she was gone for a long time. And so coming back here after 10 years, we had 6 weeks of She was probably like, I need to get out of here.
No, I mean, getting fed mama's home cooking every day, I was in no hurry to go anywhere.
Right. But so it was fun. But she also has an entourage of animals that needed caring back for her in Arkansas.
They had my 2 dogs, 2 birds, 1 of my snakes, and I gained a rabbit to the family while I was here visiting.
Yeah, we needed that.
We had not only myself, but my whole zoo hanging out here for a couple months while we built this pit. So, you know, everybody knows when Sandy's home because the house is just taken over by animals.
But it was fun. So we're excited about tonight and looking forward to an awesome event.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Yes, yeah.
And you want your standard at 75, right?
I like it.
The sun's going down, this is nice. Not gonna have a heat stroke.
Out of the University of Arkansas, she was the 2019 Irish Indoor National Champion, 4-time NCAA All-American, Ariel Voskamp Liegio. From Atlanta, Georgia now, personal best of 4.36 meters, 14 feet 3.5 inches, Robin Bowen. Jumping next, our only high schooler here in the event. She is the high school national record holder from Orchard Park High School in Buffalo, New York. She signed at Kent State University, Leah Pasqualetti. Our next jumper from Louisville, Kentucky. She come over here. She is a University of Arkansas graduate, 2-time NCAA team championship team member, Megan Simle. Jumper, the Philippine record holder and the Southeast Asian Games record holder. She's from Eastern Michigan University, Natalie Yui. Our next jumper is out of Duke. She was the ACC record holder and a member of the New York Athletic Club, Megan Clark. The NCAA collegiate record holder. This is her first year as a professional. She was 2-time NCAA champion, Olivia Groover. Our next jumper, 2-time USA track and field national champion, the 2018 and 2019 indoor champion, Katie Najat. And our final jumper, from here in Greenville, South Carolina, the 2016 Olympian and the American record holder, Sandi Morris. 2020 Acadia Invitational, sponsored by Zenny.
Pole vault competition in Sandi Morris's hometown backyard. We got Robin Bowen on the runway, Canadian, one of the top Canadians.
This is Robin's first attempt at the site.
Not a bad attempt. The girls are feeling out the runway right now. It's a new surface. During the outdoor season, the girls are used to running on runways that aren't elevated. This is an elevated runway, so there's a lot more spring in this one. So getting used to that is a little bit different. It's going to take them a few jumps to get into the rhythm.
48.2, so closer than your last one, and then inside of 10. So you're literally like trying to bend the pole like from here. So did you move back on that one?
Yeah, I did. I also tried a little harder at the beginning though.
Up next we got Leah Pasqualetti, the high school record holder. Just broke Chloe Cunliffe's high school record. It's one of her first competitions since then.
Leah Pasqualetti, high school national record holder, first attempt, and really nice clearance at 4 meters, which is 13 feet 1.5 inches. Just a short period of time ago, broke the high school national record in the pole vault. She jumped that time 14.8 1/4.
You can see her talent. She's a young girl. I think she's only 18 years old. Just cleared that bar by about 1.5 feet. Her best is 4:48, 4 meters 48. This is only 4 meters, so we could expect to see her go about a half meter higher. If she clears 4:50 today, that's a high school record for the U.S. Up next, Megan Simle from University of Arkansas grad.
Made that bar, but little body language probably kept it on.
And then she's not in a position to be able to keep swimming.
She'll head over to her coach / fiance, Scott Houston.
Okay, much more open. You jumped off the step and you attacked through the chest and the hands, and all of a sudden the pole opened up for you up top, right?
She's the Irish indoor national champ. Taking her first attempt at 13 feet 1.5 inches. A bit under in that one. Each vaulter gets 3 attempts to clear the height. That was just her first attempt.
So you saw the near miss by Ariel. Believe it or not, yes, she was named after the Little Mermaid. I was at Sandi Morris's wedding and she told me the story. She's born right around the time of the Little Mermaid, and her parents decided that's a great name. So she is named after Little Mermaid.
So numbers are good, steps good here. Just make sure when you finish, attack all the way. And get upside down, all right? Have some fun upside down. Let's go. You got this.
She's trying to compete for Ireland. She married a gentleman from Ireland. She's going to try and compete for them in the Olympic Games. We're on to second attempts now, Robin Bono.
Robin, gymnastics champion growing up. 15-time champion in gymnastics, state champion in Canada. Helmet, a few vaulters that wears the helmet. Near make on that attempt, 13 feet, 1.5 inch.
Had to be outside 11.
Like 10-6.
I was saying I'm at 11.3.
He's getting people's heels, I think.
Yeah, he's going up your heel.
Okay, so it was pretty lateral, and it was very receptive. You weren't giving the plant, you were taking it a little bit.
All right, that's Natalie Yui. How many people do you know with the last name that only has 2 letters? Yui is her last name. It's pronounced Yui, like Louis without the L. But she competes for the Philippines from Ohio.
Eastern Michigan graduate, coming down for her second attempt, 13 feet, 1.5 inches. Good plant and a huge clearance by Natalie. She gets a deep breath.
Big jump for her. Best is 430, so a foot higher than that. Hoping she can beat that today.
So, as you just clear that, you hear I hear the woo.
Yes. A little, frantic on the first. It's been a while since I've competed, so to get back on the runway, to get the anxiety out again, feels really good to clear a bar.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You like the sound effects too, right? Yeah. Good luck. Keep it going. And another big clearance. The Vultures are starting to kind of feel the rhythm. They're getting into it.
Yeah.
Ariel, hey, so you can tell that first attempt, a little sketchy.
Yeah.
Second attempt, it looks like you're feeling your rhythm a little better.
Oh yeah, it's definitely, the rust has been kind of knocked off, and I mean, my first one is kind of like, oh crap, jumped. After a few months, it kind of feels that way.
I say
so.
first time jumping since March, right?
March 1st, yeah. So you put a bar up, it's a little bit different.
It's a lot different in practice.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Will be Robin Bowen.
There you go, Robin. You got this. Come on now.
Good, Natalie.
Third final attempt at 13.1.5. She wears a helmet because she had a lot of concussions in gymnastics, and basically that was the way the doctor said she could pole vault and compete, and she's embraced it and looking good down the runway this time. Good attempt. Still a bit under. That's Robin's third and final attempt. She'll be out of the competition. The no height attempt. And we will be now cranking up the music a little bit and going up to the next height.
Let's go talk to Sandy.
We'll now be jumping at 4.15 meters, 4 meters, 15 centimeters, 13 feet, 7.25 inches.
Sandy Morris,
Yes, sir.
we're coming to talk to you.
All right.
We're moving quick. 4 meters, we're done with 4 meters. What's the bar? What bar are you gonna come in at, you think?
I think I'll come in at 440.
440? What's
Yeah.
that metrically? That's like 14.5? 14.6?
14. Yeah, listen to her.
14.5. About 14 and a half, okay.
I was like somewhere in there. It's funny, I'm too far removed from feet and inches now. I don't even remember it.
Because that was what I had to clear to break the national record.
Okay.
That's the only reason
So
I
that's
know
what
that.
makes you remember
So
things.
440 is just like slightly under that.
I know these numbers because they were in my wheelhouse back in the day.
You only know it if it's like a very specific.
Yeah, there's
like,
a reason.
If it means something to you, and that was a big bar for me that I kept going for. So.
Feeling good though?
Yeah.
Ready to go?
Warm-ups went great. Now the sun's kind of going down a little bit, so it's cooling off. I think the atmosphere is about to get really,
I think one
really
or two
nice
of the
out here.
fans that were out here were actually cheering for you.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they
maybe
were.
like all of them.
It's a little unfair advantage when you bring your whole neighborhood to cheer for you.
Yeah, sorry,
Talk
Katie.
about a home field advantage. My goodness.
But I've only jumped here twice, so
It's only fair that I then bring you to my development, and we'll get all of Olmsted Falls back.
yes, exactly. But I think it'll be a fun day for everybody.
Sure will.
I'm just happy to have everybody here enjoying the facility that we put so much work into. So
Absolutely.
came to fruition.
All right, well, good luck. We'll be back in touch with you.
Okay, sounds good.
Bye.
7.25 has been going up now. Probably won't add any of the other competitors in at this height. We'll still have Megan Zemlich, Natalie Yui, Leah Paschetti, and Ariel Liegio. You can see, since this is the first competition from a lot of the athletes, they are just kind of getting their feet underneath them. They're getting their rhythm down. As Ariel said on her last attempt, you're getting it down a little bit.
We're getting there. It's taken a little while, more long time than I wanted to. But
Well, the good thing, you start low.
yeah.
Start lower and you just
Clear some bars.
get some bars, get some practice in.
Get upside down.
Get upside down is a good thing, right?
Yeah. Tell me. I need it in my brain a little bit better.
Where's Coach Husband at?
You over here?
Right behind the coach.
Sorry.
Go, Crop.
Broke the high school record in June, and she's way over. She looks really good. Looks like a seasoned veteran.
Well, you can see the talent is there. 18-year-old Leah Pascaletti. She cleared that with a big gap over that. So she has that high school national record of 4:47. That could be in jeopardy today. I think she could go 4:50 today. So we'll see.
Leah, I got to ask you, what's it like competing as a high schooler, just graduating high school, with some of the best in the world?
It's very humbling.
Very humbling, huh?
I've looked up to these girls for so long, so meeting them in person has just been like the experience of a lifetime.
Simle.
I'm going to teach you guys how to do the clap. So copy what I'm doing when she picks her pull-up, okay? All right.
Go, Megan.
All right, first attempt, Megan Zemlich. She is going to be up. Kind of muscle out of that one.
Good job.
And a near miss there on her first attempt.
It definitely blew through that bar.
Next up on the runway,
Natalie Yui up next, the Filipino girl. She cleared 4 meters on her second attempt, going for 4:15. She actually graduated college in 2017 and got away from the sport for a year. Now she got drawn back in from a coach in Spain, and here she goes, making the Olympic team this year.
Natalie Yui. She competes for the Philippines on the international circuit. Her first attempt, 13 feet 7 1/4 inches. The international individuals, that's 4.15 meters. Good runway approach and a nice easy clearance. She's up and over. First one to go over the bar. All right, Ariel for her second attempt. Ariel is the Irish indoor national champ. Her husband, distance runner at Arkansas, together with her. And as you can see with a lot of these athletes, they're a little bit off on the steps. So second attempt. What area? What need to be corrected?
Probably stay straight first of all, because I'm a little bit crooked that time. Bring my momentum better in. Keep that pressure on the pole and get inverted better. I'm just losing it at the top a little bit.
She's moving up a pole. Each one of these poles has a certain stiffness to it, and when you get faster and you get stronger, you blow through the poles. So she needs to go to a stiffer pole, and that's just what she's done. So for her next attempt, she's going to a stiffer pole.
How are we feeling?
Feeling all right. Excited. Feels good to get those jitters out.
You go, Megan. Big jump. Big jump.
Go, Megan.
Come on out.
13 feet 7 1/4 inches. Down the runway. Speed just a little bit on her.
It's always tough when you change to a new pole, getting the feel of it. So Megan just moved to a stiffer pole, and you saw she kind of got rocked by that when she hit. I bet you next one, she hits it really hard and clears that bar. It's the right pole for her. She just needs to get used to that feel. So I think when she comes down this next one, she'll have more confidence, she'll hit it, and she'll go over that bar.
A little bit down on the takeoff, you didn't trust opening up the space and attacking through the swing. Right, same thing I just told Ariel, you got to jump to swing, and you jump to feel the pole and whether or not it's going to be stiff. It has to be stiffer than the pass pole, right? Otherwise the pass pole is too soft. You know what I'm saying? Yep, so numbers were good. There's just a little bit of a reach of the takeoff here, and then a small, like stab. You didn't expand up and go through into the takeoff, or into the swing, all right? Numbers are all the same, standards are all the same, but you've got to work up and create space up to get your hips to the positions. Right? If you attack it all the way, it'll be a big make. If you hesitate, you're leaving it up to chance, okay?
We got Ariel Voskamp Ligo up next, third attempt. I think she's got it. She's trying to make the Irish Olympic team for next year. She's got to clear about 440 to make that team. So this bar and the next bar will help set her on the way and get her ready, set up for that. But actually Megan and and Ariel, both Arkansas grads, just like Sandi Morris. Arkansas, Brian Compton, the coach there, is cranking out pole vaulters. You got about 16 of the best pole vaulters in the NCAA out of University of Arkansas.
All right, now we're up for third attempts for Ariel and Megan. Get the clap going. It's standard sound you hear at track and field meets all over the world. Oh. Little rust. That'll be her third and final attempt. Something she can work on with the video footage as she prepares for competitions down the line. All right. First meet back. First meet back. What is the one thing you can kind of take out of what you kind of saw today?
Oh gosh.
Just give one. Just give one. Just one thing.
One thing.
I'm trying to be the coach in me here.
One thing from today. Even if you have a long break, it's important to keep that like competitive drive in you and practice at some bars and stuff. I was a little bit like rusty and let the adrenaline get to me a little bit where I'd be like a little bit off here or there, not getting into the jump or really just being, too antsy at the takeoff. But, I mean, I haven't competed for a long time. Obviously not the mark I wanted. I think I can jump a lot higher.
Come on, man.
As you can see so far, Liza's a little rusty. And she just muscled her way out of that one.
Now, I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so. She's just getting used to that stiffer pole, and she cranked it on that one. First one, she had to feel it out. Her last attempt, she came through clutch on that. Wasn't a perfect jump, but she muscled it out and got it in. So good job, Megan. Moving on to 430 next.
I've got to ask you this, because obviously you kind of muscled out of that one.
Yeah, just
That's just being an athlete.
kind of made it work. I've actually been told that before, that I jump like it. Got to get a little more technique in there, but
Hey.
we're warming up.
Hey, it's early on, first kind competition for a long time, right?
Ish, yeah. Kind of been like slowly getting back into it, but yeah.
What's the next thing you're gonna do on this next attempt? What do you got to work on?
I got to finish my takeoff a little taller, just step through, really open through the chest better, get my hips up. Hips at the pole.
Hips at the pole.
Talk to me about your coach.
My coach.
Who is your
He's
coach?
Kind of a stud. Brad Walker, two-time world champion, two-time Olympian, American
Okay.
record holder before Sam and Mondo, probably before Mondo was born, let's be honest.
Yeah. It was around that time.
Yeah. No.
Around that time.
Nah,
So
he's
how you
awesome.
feeling? You had a 470 jump a few days ago.
Good.
Very close to the world. You had great attempts at 480.
Thank you.
Are you going to be the spoiler today? Is that the goal?
It's always the goal, right?
It's always the goal.
No, I'm excited. It went really well. I got really gassed at the end, but I think it was just a long day. I just hadn't had a meet in a very long time, and I kind of forgot you have to conserve your energy throughout that time. I was just, I think, excited to see everyone, and you're just moving around and feeling antsy, and then at 480 my energy just crashed.
Yeah,
but
the only way to get used to competing is to compete.
right?
Right?
There's especially in pole vault,
Yeah.
it's a whole different breed. But yeah, so that's why I'm posting up in my chair today,
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
have the best
Stay nice and relaxed
day
in your
that
pink
I
chair,
can.
jump on the pink pit. And
Yes, sir.
It's going to be a good day.
It's gonna be a good day.
All right.
It's a great setup, so it's
Good
gonna
luck.
be fun.
Leah Pasquetti, she'll be making that attempt. Signed at Kent State University. She'll be competing there next year. Her first year at the university level, and another great clearance. She's getting excited clearing these bars. 45.6 for her midpoint. And right now, if you just heard 70, we'll get the camera over here and give you a little bit of insight. When you start hearing these numbers coming out 70, they're moving the standards. 7.0, it's what the athletes requested, as the position of where that bar is in relation to the vault box.
So Leah Pasqualetti just cleared 430. the significance of that is actually pretty big. She's an 18-year-old high school pole vaulter. She just cleared 430. The high school record that she owns is 447, and the bar progression today goes up to 450. She's looking great, over 430 with ease. 450 is in the future. 2 more bars and she's got a new high school record.
Stalled in the box there. Natalie Yui making her first attempt at 4 meters 30, 14 feet 1 1/4 inches. Having the opportunity to see the top women pole vaulters compete here in Greenville, South Carolina. A world-class competition brought to you by Zenny and the world's greatest. Here's Natalie's first attempt. Oh, just slides the bar off. You're gonna start to see several other athletes coming into play.
Very close for Natalie Yui. That would be a lifetime best for her. Now that's her personal best, probably, I need to look it up, but probably the national record for the Philippines. But she just missed that. I think she's got a good shot with the next 2 attempts.
Megan Clark, she's up. Her first attempt of the competition, 14 feet, 1 1/4 inches. Competing for New York AC. Good speed down the runway. Oh. Her first attempt in a little while.
Hey.
We're gonna run over here and grab Megan real quick. So first attempt. Little under, just a little bit.
We'll clean it up.
How do you clean that up?
I fix the tempo of my run a little bit, probably give myself a little more room and just come into the takeoff like I mean it a little more.
Gotta be a little more aggressive.
Exactly.
Well, we'll have to see what Coach Krauser says on this. What was the mid like, Coach?
So if you notice Megan Clark on that bar, she was over the bar and the bar hit her legs as she was coming down. The bar can actually slide back and forth. The athletes before they go get to set their standards. It can be anywhere from 0, which is right over the box, or 80 centimeters back, which is 2.5 feet back from the bar, from the box. She went over that bar and came down on top of it. If she moves those standards up, or if she jumps through further, she'll clear that bar.
Collegiate national record holder. Nice, easy attempt. Olivia's lifetime best, 473, 15 feet 6 inches. Olivia, how does it feel? First attempt, you're kind of back at it.
Really good. You know, you always want to get on your first attempt time to get the jitters out of the way. So, really feeling really good for the rest of the day.
That's a great. Hey, what after that first jump? What feeling do you have to improve with?
You know, hitting the takeoff a little bit harder. I'm getting a little stuck, but it'll be fine.
Hey, there's no question about it.
So Olivia Groover actually beat Sandi Morris's NCAA record. So 23 years old, already beat Sandi's best from college. She's still got some improving to do, but that girl is talented. If you'll notice, she's really a lot of raw speed and power, and that's what you need in the pole vault. Ultimately, what limits you is your speed and power, and she's got that. So it's just a matter of her fine-tuning her technique. She's coached by Toby Stevenson, a former Olympic pole vaulter himself, out at the University of Washington. He's the pole vault coach out there. Incredible technical coach. So she's on the right path.
All right, Megan Zimlick, second attempt. Trains the vault house. You could tell by her facial expression, just wasn't there. Second attempt, Natalie Yui. She's attempting 4 meters 30, which is 14 feet, 1 1/4 inches. Very nice clearance. You can see the happy expression on her face.
Lifetime best for Natalie Yui. Equals her personal best. Lifetime best. So that's a huge thing. Athletes get personal best not so often. When you do that here, she's got next bar will be 440, which will be a huge national record for them. So great jump for the Filipino athlete, Natalie Yui.
Natalie, I love the emotion.
I didn't realize I do it.
No, but that's the fun thing, right?
Yes, very true. I guess it's just instinct at this point.
So how many times, have you had any meets recently, or is this the first one?
I've had some like kind of fun meets back out of the club back home. So I've been ironing some things out for a little bit now. So this is my first time on my long step, so it was a little bit jittery coming in, but it feels really good now.
Hey, that last attempt looked good, and you can see the emotion, which is fun. All right, Megan Clark. Oh, she got stuck on that one. She was a little more aggressive on that one than the last time. As you can kind of tell.
This is a USATF sanctioned meet, which is actually also sanctioned by World Athletics. So any marks count for qualification, they count for national records. So she just, Natalie Yui just equaled the national record for the Philippines. She clears that next bar, it's a new national record. And here she is.
Woo!
OPD, great job.
Yeah, awesome.
One more bar.
Yeah, that's right.
Come on up, let's do it.
Third attempt.
Come on, big jump.
Megan Zemlich. Some good attempts. That one at 4 meters 30.
We're in.
Oh, I was gonna come up.
Get in there, get it. Well, no, let's talk to Olivia here.
Hi.
This is Olivia Groover. Everyone says the future of American pole vaulting right here.
Hope so.
Yep, absolutely.
It's gonna happen.
Good job. Keep it going.
Thank you.
America.
As you can see in her face, Megan was excited to make that after the last. So you talked about getting more aggressive, and on that second attempt, you were really aggressive.
I was really aggressive and I was really far out.
Absolutely.
One of the hardest things about competing today is I haven't been practicing from this approach, so all the rhythm and tempo of it is off. So we're just trying to make do and push through it, figure things out as we go.
Well, it looked like you figured out that last attempt, right?
Figured out something.
Hey, it's about getting over the bar, right?
Exactly, makes a make, no matter how ugly.
Absolutely. So Megan Clark will advance in the competition.
See, for a throw or third attempt is like a nightmare. If you have 2 fouls, you go to your third, or like for them, it's just another day at the office. They have like 3 third attempts a day. So pole vault's stressing me out because I'm, like if you're on a third attempt, it's a nightmare of a day. And so here, you have 3 attempts no matter what. So they take it much better than I do.
We'll get a little clap going. Oh, first miss.
And a near miss for Pasqualetti, first attempt.
We're gonna get a chance to listen into her and her father.
Beautiful. Mid's great. We're 10-8 at takeoff. You put up a gorgeous jump, and you did your job. You did everything. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. You did everything we needed to do. You had that by a good 6 inches, and I didn't do my job. The standards are a little deep. Okay, so listen, that's gorgeous. I say we go 75. Okay, that's a huge jump. You go 70. You can go 70 on that. That is a gorgeous jump.
All right, this is going to be Natalie Yui's first attempt. Philippine record holder at 14 feet, 5 1/4 inches. And now we're gonna have a miss by Yui. Misses always seem to be contagious.
Yui at her first attempt.
This meet is brought to you by Zenni. Eyewear for everyone. Olivia Groover, she's up. She is the reigning NCAA champion outdoors, University of Washington. First year as a pro. Little under on that one.
And near miss for Groover at 440, her first attempt. Now joining the competition.
All right, Olivia. What'd you see on that one?
Just moving it a little slow. Felt a little behind myself. Easy fix, I see.
Easy fix. Entering the competition for the first time, the hometown favorite, Sandi Morris, Olympic silver medalist, U.S. Olympian. Sandi's first attempt, she's coming in at 4 meters 40, 14 feet 5 1/4 inches. Again, this is her first attempt. We've had 3 vaulters so far. All 3 of them had missed. See if Sandi can break that trend. Good speed and a lot of height over the bar. Big and easy clearance for that first opening bar for Sandi Morris.
So Sandi Morris with the first jump at 440. Her personal best is 2 feet higher than that bar, 5 meters. Only 3 women in the world history have cleared 5 meters, and Sandi Morris is one of them. She's just getting warmed up, feeling out the runway. She might pass the next bar, or she might take it. Just act to the crowd, you know. But you can see by that jump, she's got a lot more in the tank.
Sandi getting some advice from Jeff Hartwig, former American record holder, talking to a current American record holder.
That's the thing, really try to overdo that hit.
Yeah.
And then as you come around, you'll lift your body through your hands better, you know? You lift your hips up through the top.
Okay. Cool.
Especially on these low bars.
Yeah.
And Getty, her second miss at 4 meter 40.
And next on the runway, making her second attempt.
Sandi Morris, we love you, Sandi.
I love you too, Paul. Need more. Retape this sucker. Come on out. Come on out, kid.
Natalie Yui, up for a lifetime best, 10 centimeters over her best ever.
Second miss for Natalie. She'll have one more attempt. Megan Clark making her second attempt. Father at West Point, a long time in the military. She's literally lived all over the world. Had a great career at Duke as a Blue Devil. Now competing for the New York Athletic Club. Good speed and a good clearance. She's the second one now over 4 meters 40.
She will move on to 450. And next up on the runway, making her second attempt at 4 meters 40.
All right, Megan, that last attempt, what was different?
I'm figuring things out. I'm coming in a little more confident each time, proving to myself and still hit the pole the same way. Just cleaning it up a little at a time. Makes a make. Now I've got more time to figure it out.
That's a good thing, right? All right, we got Olivia Groover on. Stalled out. So Megan, I'm going to ask you, since she's right there, What did Olivia?
She moved the standards in, and then she cut her jump short because she thought she had to make it, and she just jumped the same time she did the one before that. She'd be gold. So
Hey,
she knows that.
hey, that's called wisdom from an experienced pro.
Wallace Spearman, what's happening? Talk to me about this event. What do you think? Do you wish they could do 200s in the events like this?
Yes, this is like the best runway I've seen. Sorry, I've been to Manchester, Newcastle. I've been to the Adidas meet. This is the best runway setup I've ever seen. This is pretty cool. Shout out P. Diddy and the shoes.
Yeah, we're going to talk about my shoes in a minute here. These are the Gabe Grunwald Brave Like Gabe shoes put out by Brooks.
I love it. I love it. Like a
If
McDonald's.
anyone doesn't know who Gabe Grunwald is, Google Brave Like Gabe.
His last attempt, 14 feet 5 1/4 inches. Good attempt. Just a bit of miss.
For fast school Eddie, but let's give her a big round of applause. The high schooler coming here.
Leah.
And she'll go out with her clearance at 4 meters 30, 14 feet.
Leah, come join us. And I'm going to make you talk a little bit louder. So the experience of getting to compete with Olympians, professionals, how is that going to put you in a good position as you go into college?
She hit her PR at 4:30.
Yes, sir.
Let's put her down the runway for another PR.
It was so uncertain how our season would unfold. If you told me 4 months ago we'd get this opportunity, never would have believed it. So to get this experience competing against best in the world, that's pretty special.
I'll tell you what, the humbleness is pretty contagious for you. It's pretty awesome. Hey, best wishes at Kent State and down the road.
Thank you, Coach Fetz. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here.
All right, Natalie up for her attempt, and Natalie will exit the competition as well.
Today at 4 meters 30, 14 feet, 1 1/4 inches. Let's hear for
Natalie, come on over here.
Go, Olivia. Got it, girl.
Your first meet back, 430 is a PB, is that correct?
Technically, I've been hitting 425 for about a year and a half now. So I've hit 430 about 2 years ago when I was living in Spain. So a while ago.
Come on now, kids.
Olivia's attempt. And you can see I would say the rust for so many of you. Getting back, highly competitive, but you can kind of feel the rust of, this is the first time you're competing in so long.
Right, there's definitely an element of competition that you lose, especially during quarantine. When you're training, you're trying to stay in shape, but most of the time you're by yourself. So when you get into this kind of atmosphere, it's way different. You know, it's not just attempts and practice, it's you got 3 attempts. So it's definitely, I've been pole vaulting in backyards in between college, summers, going back and forth, always backyards. So tracks and backyards, but a lot of people got the setup in their backyards.
Hey,
so.
This is a pretty exciting event to kind of bring things out.
Yes.
Post whatever we want to call this.
Yes, post. I don't think we're post-coronavirus yet, but yeah, it's been extremely fun. You know, the season is super different this year, but you just got to take it and roll with it and do what you got to do. So.
Job.
It's okay. Let's go, girl.
Pretty good for not practicing.
I know. Just frustrating, but it'll come back.
Better than Saturday.
A lot better than Saturday. We just had the height on every single one.
Yep. That was way better. That's the pole vault.
I know.
Frustrating event in track and field.
You got it though. You're looking good.
Looking something.
Okay.
All right, first attempt, Megan Clark, 4.50 meters, 14 feet 9 inches.
And Morris with their first attempts at 4 meters 50. That's 14 feet, 9 inches. Up on the runway from Duke, Megan Clark.
There we go now. Come on, Megan. Here we go now. Come on, Megan.
Get it. Very close. As all of these athletes are just kind of getting their foot underneath them.
Now entering the competition, she's passed.
And now we got the first time today,
Her first attempt
Katie
of the
Najat.
night will be Katie Najat from the USA.
Katie Najat, first attempt.
All right, Katie Najat, her first attempt. She's coming in at 4 meters 50, which is 14 feet 9 inches. She is the U.S. indoor champion, both in 2019 and 2018. Really at the top of her game right now.
Here we go now. Here we go.
Her first attempt, but out.
And near miss there for Katie on her first attempt.
Red shirt for the top athletes. So now we're reaching the cream of the crop. Sandi Morris, Katie Najat are two of the best pole vaulters in the world, in America for sure. You add in Jen Scher, who's a legend in the sport, and we got the 3 best Americans. And then it's a matter of, Jen Scher's in her mid-30s. Sandi Morris is 28. Katie Najat's 29. Who's the next young one coming up? We just saw them jump, but now we've got it narrowed down to the cream of the crop.
First attempt, 450, 14 feet 9 inches. The Olympian Sandi Morris. We have 3 competitors left in the competition. Sandi being one of them. Katie Najat just came in, and Megan Clark. Those are our 3 competitors. Good speed and a big clearance for Sandi. That standard fist pump.
And that's what makes Sandi Morris Sandi Morris. She crushed that bar. Crushed that bar. What's the difference between Sandi Morris and a lot of these other girls? Is her speed and power. Nobody can match her. She's like a sprinter holding a pole. She's a phenomenal athlete. She's working on her technique. She can get better and better in her technique, and the world record will be gone. But she's, like I said, one of only 3 women ever to clear 5 meters, and she's looking good tonight.
Megan Clark's next attempt, up, gets clearance. Nice bar by Megan Clark. She's over 14 feet 9 inches.
What a jump by Megan Clark, one of her best jumps ever.
You get used to coming off of it, right?
Okay.
So just trust it and finish the jump all the way at the top.
Okay. Come on, Katie.
All right, we got second attempt. Katie Najat, U.S. indoor champion, and she is way over.
There you go. That was better.
All right, Katie.
So all 3 remaining jumpers will move on
So,
to the next side.
All 3 jumpers are Raymond. You're moving on. That first attempt, you watched your face, and you could sense the kind of frustration, anger, mad, like, daggone it, why did that just happen?
Yeah, I mean, I think I was sitting around for a while. My legs didn't really get under me, and then I just wasn't really in a position to jump at the takeoff. And I tried, but so it just took one attempt to kind of get into it and get my legs moving again.
Yeah, because this is only your second time competing. You competed in Atlanta last week.
Yep.
But now competing here.
Yeah. Sometimes it just takes just one jump with adrenaline to get your legs going. Oh yeah, shoot, you gotta go. So
absolutely.
Yeah, that last one felt good. So
now, do you have to move your standards at all for this next jump?
No, if anything, I think we're gonna maybe move my step a little bit. I think I might have been a little under. So when we get that step on, then there's going to be a lot more clearance on all sides, so won't have to bring them in. So
that's good.
The idea is jump right, not like move the bar to jumping bad.
All right, now we're going to 460.
I don't know if you saw Sandi Morris cheering for Katie Najat there. There's a genuine love between these girls. Katie Najat was one of the only pole vaulters at Sandi Morris's wedding. These girls actually do love each other. They actually do want to support each other. That's one of the great things about the pole vault. You don't see that in a lot of the sports, in a lot of the events in track and field. Maybe decathlon and pole vault are the only two. These athletes spend hours and hours with each other at the track. Sandi Morris and Katie Najat compete against each other 10 times a year. They're genuine, really good friends. They genuinely want each other to do well. They're two of the best in the world. They're just trying to lift each other up. Strong women supporting each other.
No, not afraid to get upside down.
Yeah.
Woo! It's warm. And I'm not a first attempt jumper today. That's okay, maybe this bar.
Do you like the heat?
I love it, better hot than cold, for sure.
Well, you picked the right day.
I did.
All right, we are moving the bar up to 4 meters 60, 15 feet 1 inch. Think about you're sitting in your second story room and all of a sudden somebody jumps through the window. That's about where we're at. Megan Clark's first attempt, and she has a miss. She'll have 2 more attempts. As we go up, we've got Sandi Morris. She'll be the next one on the runway. Sandi, Olympian and American record holder. She's going to be the next one up at 15 feet 1 inch. Good speed down the runway and a really big clearance. Sandi making things look easy.
And she'll move on to...
All right, Sandi. So on that bar, what was a little different for you than the bar before?
Well, I feel like I'm just starting to get into a little bit of a groove, trying to hit the takeoff a little harder because you want to make sure you get enough depth into the pit to actually get over the bar. Because you can have enough height, but not enough depth, and you come right down on the bar. So that's my focus, is really hitting it with your bottom arm and pushing the pole in, loading the pole, and that'll help you get into the pit.
Hey, you're just giving a clinic on pole vault. I like that. That's good. That's a good way to go, all right?
That's my $5. Come on.
Wait, I'll pay for it later.
This is Ryan Krauser, probably the most powerful man in the world, and he also happens to be the Olympic champion and Olympic record holder in the shot put.
Yeah.
And he is maybe a little bit of a biased fan towards Megan Clark.
Yeah, Megan's looking good today. She hasn't been jumping a lot from full approach because it's been backyard jumping during quarantine, but we backed it up today to 7 steps and it's going well. Had a good look at 460 and get 2 more here in a sec. So already at a season's best.
So are you a shot putter or are you a pole vault coach?
A little bit of both, but I think I'm a better shot putter than I'm a pole vault coach.
Slightly better. No, but Megan really seems to be dialed in now. She had some issues at the start of the competition with the depth of her standards, but she seems to be consistent on the runway now and she's hitting her marks. I think she's going to clear this 460, which would be one of the best jumps of her career. Her best is 463, only 1.25 inches higher than this.
Let's go, Megan.
Megan Clark, she's up at 460. Lots of height. A little misplacement on that takeoff.
Can you explain real quick what it is that you're passing, right?
Yes,
what does that mean?
It means I cleared 450 and I'm choosing to pass 460. And if I make 470, that means that I cleared this bar on my first attempt. So it is a risk when you pass. But right now I'm feeling like my energy levels aren't the best, so I'm just trying to compete smart, compete as smart as possible, and obviously we want to be safe. So just talking with my coach, we think that this makes the most sense. I want to have energy. I want to have energy at the high bar, so that's where we're going with that.
So now that we got a minute here, Megan Clark is the next one up. She has a 3rd attempt at 460. We got Annika Newell, who unfortunately had to pull out of the competition. Annika, what happened with your wrist?
Yes.
I sprained my wrist on Saturday at a competition, so I just had to pull out today. You know, it wasn't worth it, so train to fight another day.
Yep. It's a big year next year with the Olympic Games, and Annika's obviously getting ready for that. So this is one step in the process, but it's tough to miss it. But hey, you got to look at the big picture here. So what do you think is going on here? We got 3 girls left. Megan Clark jumping great, lights out. Sandi Morris, Katie Najat. What do you think? How do you think these girls are doing?
I mean, this is awesome. Obviously, it's so electric out here. The girls are doing great. The runway is great. They all look so fast. Megan is hauling butt on the runway. The other girls are having a huge height over it. I'm excited.
Here goes Megan on her 3rd attempt.
With her next attempt at 4 meters 60, 15 feet 1 inch. She comes barreling down the runway. Part of a great training group in Arkansas. Miss. That is her 3rd and final attempt. All right, Megan.
You know, I'm happy. That was a much better jump. My jumps got better throughout the day. It's really not much more you can ask for during quarantine, so.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this time of year, it's really more about learning and kind of getting yourself in position and kind of adding to things as it is necessarily jumping high.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm really happy with how everyone looks. I think we brought really good energy today, and everyone has a great attitude, so there's nowhere I'd rather be.
We loved having you. Thanks, Megan.
All right, this is Natalie Yui, equal personal best today.
Yes.
Is that a Filipino record?
I believe so.
You believe so?
Yes,
So,
because I think I've only done 425. Yes.
425, okay, so your future is bright.
Yes.
There's a lot of records to come. What do you feel about this event?
Oh my gosh, it was so fun. It was amazing. It was so great just to be around the girls, just have the energy again. Obviously with quarantine and everything, it's been really tough to self-motivate by yourself working out. So just being around all the girls with the crowd, it's been absolutely incredible.
So tell me, what does it take for you to qualify for Tokyo?
I gotta hit the standard, or I think top 32.
Top 32 in the world ranking, or hit the standard. What's the standard?
470.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Good. So it's a big ambition,
Yes.
but you're doing great.
But definitely attainable, yes.
Yep, definitely attainable. So keep up the good work. You were awesome today.
Thank you.
Look for more in the future.
Awesome. Thank you.
I have a question.
Yes.
What are you saying to yourself when you're standing there before you jump? Because I noticed you were.
I was talking to myself. I'm just saying my cues that I'm thinking of for that exact jump. So, for example, thinking about attacking the box or getting my right arm up, or get your chest through. So many different things. Depends on each jump. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
All right, we are moving up. The bar is now at 4 meters 70, 15 feet 5 inches. We have 2 competitors left, Katie Najat and Sandi Morris. This competition is brought to you by Zenni, eyewear for everyone, with prescription pairs as low as $7 at Zenni, ZENNI.com.
Oh, a little bit of a blow through, I think. What do you think, Robin?
Yeah, so Katie's my training partner, and she normally really hits it really hard. She's a little bit shallow right now, so she might head up another pole, but her standards are a little bit close right now, so I believe that she'll move them to 80 and stay on this stick and hit it hard next time and get back, and she'll have no problem.
All right, we got Sandi Morris on the runway, 570.
All right. Ooh, and she hits it nice. Oh, beautiful. I mean, there's not much you can say about that. 570 jump. She came in, she hit it, she was confident, attacked the box. Looks awesome.
Sandi Morris is a competitor. The girl is on fire right now. She's had very little training this year. She's had a sore knee, she's had a sore ankle, but she is still killing it in the competition. That's what makes a great athlete great, is how they compete, and Sandi Morris is certainly a competitor.
So, I thought that was really good.
I think I might be ready to go up the pole.
That's what I think. Yeah, I think we go to the 18.7 because that's an easy switch.
Yep.
And then probably leave everything the same because you were closer on the front side of that one. But that was a way better step through the takeoff.
12 too.
Okay.
Yeah. Got your foot down and reach.
Yeah, same jump, just the next pole maybe a tick.
You guys are getting an inside look.
I'll do that.
One of the top pole vaulters of all time, American record holder Sandi Morris. World's greatest. From super to human. We're a media company of, by, and for Olympians and their fans. We create and produce original content showcasing amazing athletic performances and the human side of amazing athletes. And one of those amazing athletes is Katie Najat coming down the runway. Much better look and a much better clearance. She's up and over 570. So now we will have.
On her second attempt at 470.
All right, Katie.
And now.
We're going to get, you just sit right there, be comfortable for a second.
Thanks.
So the difference between that approach and that attempt and the one previously would be, in your opinion?
I drove out of the back better, so I set myself up a little better and stayed nice and tall in the run. My pole drop was better, and all of that combined put me at a better position to jump off the ground better, and then I got tighter and all around a better jump.
It definitely looked better, right? And usually when it looks better, it feels better.
Pole vault doesn't really lie. If it looks better, it usually is. I mean, you can tell when it's like a little wonky, so.
Well, we're going up to 476 right now, which will be the world lead.
Brad, should I?
Okay, she's gonna go talk to Brad.
So Katie just cleared 470, her season best. Sandi's also cleared 70, but Sandi is in the lead because it took Katie 2 attempts to clear the bar. Sandi Morris cleared it on her first attempt, so she maintains the lead. So in order for Katie to pass her, she's going to need to clear a bar higher than Sandi. So if she clears 480, Sandi doesn't clear it, she takes over the lead. But Sandi is in the driver's seat right now with the lead, the same bar, but she cleared it on first attempt and has no misses. Sandi Lynn, what's going on here?
I'm very particular about my pole tape. It's a little obsessive.
Yeah.
My hand is like covered in sticky spray. But I like it.
It was not smooth, was it?
I don't like having little bumps on it, so I redo it. But it gets old fast because I twist it so the sticky side is actually facing out.
So you get sticky side up.
Yeah.
So you get good grip and you have stick 'em on your hand.
Yeah.
So that pole's not coming out of your hand.
Nope. It is not moving until I want it to let go over the bar. So I only make sure it's real sticky right in this part of my hand here.
Very good.
I don't know whose tape I'm using here.
One of the things I think you're seeing is with this broadcast, we're trying to let the athletes do the talking. You know, let them show what they're experiencing, let them show what they're feeling, give you a first just inside look into the minds of some of these world greatest athletes.
Currently the world lead is at 4.75 meters by Tanja Šut from Slovenia. This would take over the world leading mark. Katie's passing, playing a little cat and mouse game here. So if Sandi clears this, it puts the pressure on Katie. She's got to clear the next bar in order to overtake her.
And the great thing with this competition, we have 2 competitors remaining. Sandi, the first attempt, looks good on her last attempt, and she clears this with ease. One thing about Sandi is you always see the excitement on those makes. We'll come in for a little inside scoop here.
That was a little more aggressive on the back, so you actually moved the step out a little to about 39.
I'm still feeling my way through the jump. If I just go with it and stop looking at the bar.
At 12-2. That's right. Rock your shoulders back. Get tight with the pole.
I'm gonna pretend it's a bungee.
Yeah. Trust it and go, man.
Sandi getting some advice from one of the best pole vaulters of all time in the U.S., Jeff Hartwig, and her father, Harry, who between Sandi and Harry, they built this facility.
So here we are playing strategy here. Katie Najat, who in her last competition ran out of steam and was feeling a little bit gassed, couldn't clear 480, but here she goes at 481. She clears this, she immediately takes the lead from Sandi Morris, who's been leading the whole way with no misses.
Now Katie Najat will be up. It's over 15 feet 9 plus inches. Great speed down the runway.
Oh, and a near miss there for Najat on her first attempt.
Did you see Najat after that bar? She starts doing this. She looked at her coach and she said, "I got to go up a pole." She's running fast. She's running strong. The pole's not giving her enough return, so she's going to go up to a stiffer pole for her next attempt, and that's going to catapult her over the bar. So she knew right away, up. I got to go up a pole.
81 centimeters. 481, first attempt, Sandi Morris.
I need a fan right here.
You got one. I'm your biggest fan.
Ha
All right, so Megan, in college, you and Sandi were roommates.
We were.
And I heard a rumor about Sandi's a big reptile lover.
Yes.
And I heard you had to save a cat one time
So
from a boa.
Yeah, so she had 10 snakes at the time. One got loose, and I was home alone, and a snake got loose, and she had just got a new kitten. And so I found this snake having a face-off with a kitten, and I called her. I was home alone. "Sandi, there's a snake loose facing off with your kitten. What am I supposed to do?" And she said, "Just pick up the snake and put it in the cage." And I was like, "What?" "Pick up the snake, put it in the cage." So I did, and yeah. So anyway, saved the kitten.
You are very, very daring, because there's no way I would have been touching that snake.
All right, bars up. And first attempt for Sandi Morris. The build on the world leading run for 476. First attempt, 481. Sandi Morris. Come on now, Sandi. Here we go now. Go, Sandi.
All right, Sandi Morris is up, 4 meters 81. Over 5 feet, or 15 feet 9 plus inches. It's like jumping over a giraffe. You want a little visual. She looked great at her last attempt at 475. Good speed down the runway, good plant, and that's way over the bar. 481. I'll tell you right now. All right, Sandi. Hey, you show so much emotion when you complete bars, which is so exciting. On that one, what was the slight adjustment you made?
So I went to a little bit stiffer pole. Our poles are measured by how many centimeters they bend when you hang 50 pounds in the middle. And so my poles are literally 0.3 centimeters apart. So you go to the stiffer pole, as you get more adrenaline, you're attacking it harder. And I was trying to stay close and tight to the pole at the top, like this. You don't want to fall off of it, and that's what I did. Execute.
And you did it well.
Let's get Katie over this.
All right, Katie's up, 481. You're seeing world lead after world lead. Standards were at 70. Katie Najat up. Sandi Morris over. Our attempt 481, well over 15 feet 9. That's a good attempt. And oh my.
Oh, so close, so close. The bar bounced, it stayed on, and then it dropped off. So Katie Najat is as close as you can get to clearing that bar. So Sandi's in the lead. She's cleared the 481. The pressure's on. The pressure's on Katie Najat. Sandi has it. Sandi has it in the bag. Unless Katie can clear this bar on her last attempt, and then clear the next bar to beat Sandi without her clearing it. So Sandi is in the driver's seat, as we say. Katie's got the pressure on her, but man, is she jumping good. We got two of the Goliaths of the sport right now. There's only been 3 girls in history to clear 5 meters, and these girls are jumping at 481. That's only 7.5 inches lower than 5 meters. So we've got a great battle still to come. Katie clears that next bar, and the pressure comes back on Sandi Morris. Let's see what happens.
Right now, Sandi Morris has the world lead. Katie Najat getting an attempt to equal Sandi. Good speed down the runway, good plant, and that looked easy. And you can see the fun and the excitement. These athletes are having such fun competing, because it's all about competing. Hey, Katie, you got a big smile on your face.
I got some chalk in my eye. Oh, man.
Hey, it's so fun to see the emotion and just see, I mean, you seem so excited just to be competing.
I am. It's been a really long year, and it's hard to train without competitions like coming right up. So I think in those times, it's like you realize how much you love what you do, and then this is where it all gets to come together. It just makes you realize competing is so fun, and this kind of venue is even more fun, so this is just as good as it gets.
A clutch jump right there. So Sandi Morris still in the driver's seat, but the pressure is back on. They've got a clean slate right now. If Katie clears the next bar, but Sandi doesn't, Katie takes over the lead. What an incredible competition between these two Goliaths. It's amazing.
All right, Katie, air 5.
We'll give you an update on the next jump.
The sun's going down and it's cooling off, but the competition is heating up. These girls are cutthroat right now. 491, huge bar, huge bar. Katie Najat up first, Sandi Morris in the driver's seat. Let's see what happens
16
here.
16 feet, 1 inch. I don't know the exact specifics, but I think there's only about 6 women in world history to ever jump over this height. And we've got 2 of them here in a backyard. We definitely don't want the bar to wobble. Oh, so close. So close.
Near miss on her first
Either one of these girls can get this tonight. Either one of these girls can get this. That was maybe the best attempt I've ever seen Katie Najat take. She's in the form of her life after having not competed all year. It's unbelievable. Let's see how Sandi Morris responds. Sandi Morris must be knowing that Katie is capable of clearing this bar. So she knows the pressure is on her. She needs to clear this bar to be safe. Go, Sandi. Come on now, Sandi. Let's do this. Here we go.
Here we go, Club Acadia. Let's bring her down the runway here. Sandi Morris, first attempt, 491.
Come on, Frank.
Come on, girl.
Down the runway, first attempt, 491, big clearance. The pit's a little wet from the humidity and us spraying it down, trying to keep as much, the cleaning products, we're trying to keep as sanitary as possible in this environment.
From the USA, Katie Najat.
Come on now, Katie. I know you're feeling this.
I love this
I know you're
song.
feeling this, girl. Come on now. Feeling it.
Yeah, you know.
I'm getting it, man. I get my swerve on right now. Let's do it. Come on now. Here we go.
Attempt, Katie Najat, this is actually her lifetime best, 16 feet 1 inches, 4 meters 91. At a lifetime best early on. Katie has had tremendous success lately, silver medal in Lima, Peru at the Pan Am Games. Oh! Very close. Both her and Sandi are having good attempts.
Down the runway, one of her best approaches. I think she needs more pull, to be honest. She really blew through that pole because she really hit that takeoff and ran down the runway well. We'll see what she does.
It's great to see the athletes kind of converse and kind of talk. Katie and Sandi, both Nike athletes, and a chance to compete. Robin Bowen is her training partner. They both train down in Atlanta.
It makes me want to be in there with these women, but it's so exciting.
Who's going to win?
Oh, God. I don't know.
Oh, this has just been so much fun, and it's great to bring everybody together and have some fun outside.
Time world championship medalist, Olympic silver medalist. The crowd is getting into it, as you can see, getting the excitement going. Much thanks to Zenny Eyewear for everyone for sponsoring this meet. We have prize money. That's how these professional athletes make it. The better they place, the more money they make. And oh my!
So close, so close.
She was over that bar with the clearance.
Unbelievable, she can get this. If Katie Najat clears it, pressure goes on Sandi Morris and she's gonna have to clear, but I think they both can do it.
The one thing that you're gonna see is they're making slight, very slight adjustments at this height. And she knows she almost had it on that one. Let you have an inside look at what's going on.
Just a hair and just a hair. Stay with it.
Yeah. Yep.
I know.
What was that bar at?
You got to attack that jump the same.
Yeah, 70, yeah, 65.
65.
Yeah.
Oh.
Same jump,
So
man.
that same thing through the thing, so that's what gets you to come around and catch the right. So
Yeah.
you actually got more height
Good space.
on the jump.
Top hand. Pushed it away really nice.
This is a phenomenal competition. Katie and Sandi are going back and forth, and we've got 2 world leaders right here, so it's a great day for pole vault.
Technically 3.
3. True, 3 world leaders.
Yeah, we got coming in a third attempt. Both of them had a really pretty solid first and second attempt. So
At 491.
sometimes you see a long comp like this out in the sun, about like close to 100 degrees for 3-4 hours. People, they kind of like get a little tired, and it's more of like a show of faith on the last 3, but they're really still in it. So we're seeing some quality attempts here at the end. So let's check it out.
Next attempt, 491 is her lifetime best. That's 16 feet 1 inch for you Americans. She looks like she's going to get some chalk. All right, let's hear it for Katie.
As she enters the competition, her jump is cleared at its world lead time, 4 meters, 81 centimeters.
That's a pretty good start. I mean, you're attempting your lifetime best this early in the season. And with all the adversity and all the things you've gone through, that's a pretty amazing thing.
Thank you.
It looked like you had to chalk up a couple times. The humidity is definitely playing a factor.
I can't tell. I'm sweating profusely. I sweat a lot. My coach in warm-ups was like, looks like you're sweating a little more than everybody else. I'm like, oh, do you believe me now that I don't do O with heat? But yeah, your hands just sweat up so much.
We'll get you off the pit, and we'll actually we'll keep you here if we can turn you in from competitor into an analyst real quick, and kind of give us a little give your opinion on her coming down.
She looks great today. She really does, really powerful, and all of her attempts have been good, so I wouldn't expect this one to be any less. She's a clutch jumper, so.
I'd say you and I talked about on our Instagram live show, earlier about having such a great women's field in the United States to compete with. The bar just literally keeps raising up and up and up.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And I'm grateful for it because I would have probably stayed at 460. Get up. Oh!
Sorry, give us the insight on that one.
I mean, it's kind of hard to tell from this angle. She definitely has the height. She might have just gotten a little close at the takeoff. I don't know what her takeoff step's supposed to be, but I mean, based on the way she came off the pole, she might have been a little under, but it's hard to say. I didn't get a good, this is not the best angle, but you got the height, girl.
We're gonna get both you guys up here.
I was gonna say, this has been so special, and thank you so much to everyone who came out. I'm glad we could run an event that is fun and safe and have an opportunity for myself and my competitors. So thanks so much for coming out, really. And a big shout out to my family, my dad, and my mom. Not possible without them.
What does it take to be the greatest?
Are you serious?
Training.
Hard work.
Conditioning.
Talent. Practice.
Medium eggs.
Eggs? Yuck. Don't like eggs.
You work harder than anybody, you can be better than anybody.
Coffee. Fried chicken. Family. Friends.
The right coach.
Watching YouTube videos of people playing Fortnite and Call of Duty.
They have to come from Jamaica.
Fried squash and onions.
Binge watch Netflix.
Fast cars.
Shoes and clothes. Sleep.
It's all about performance, baby.
Pump your arms. Keep your knees up.
Be excellent.
I'm Sandi Morris.
I'm Devin Allen.
I'm Asafa Powell.
I am Sam Kendricks.
I'm Morgan Mitchell. I'm Kendall Williams.
And I'm Devin Williams.
I'm Courtney Okolo. I'm Hannah Cunliffe. I'm Gabby Thomas. And we
We
are the world's greatest.